You were born in the province of Gular?
That has always been my assumption. But the truth is, I do not know for sure.
Your mannerisms, your speech, indicate as much.
My allegiance was to my fellow soldiers, not the family crest of a man I never met.
I believe your temerity and stubbornness served you well in the service of war.
I am here today.
True. And my family is not.
Here they come!
I knew we could count on you!
A tower is down! We need to protect them from the Reveni at all costs!
No challenge at all.
I knew you could defend the towers, Avil.
Gods protect you!
The Reveni have sent more forces your way, Avil. By losing towers, Avil, you need to do something.
Another Reveni has arrived. How long can I keep them at bay?
Job. Keep it up.
Another Reveni for me to slay.
never tire of watching you do that. You must work quickly, Avil. The Horde is on its way.
My daughter was born with a hitch in her step, a malady we had cause to believe could be remedied in Callum, your neighbor to the east. After much discussion and expense, passage to Callum was procured, as were the services of a doctor. My son insisted on accompanying my wife and daughter on this journey for their protection.
They were betrayed in Gular.
You know of the incident?
No, Your Highness, but I knew of men who would profit off such an arrangement. Men hired to ensure safety were often the very men you would need safety from.
The doctor sent word they had never arrived. Months later, an honest livery operator recognized the branding on a horseshoe and sent word. The silver my family were carrying for expenses had been retrieved from brothels and saloons across Gular. Your King Matthias apologized for their disappearance and made promises to find the men responsible, but no further actions on the matter materialized.
King Matthias was a fool, and if it offers solace, he met his end at a blade. His head was carried through the streets in a sack before being fed to a pig.
It does little to fill my heart.
King Yarrow, I sincerely feel for your loss. There is little I can say, other than to affirm that I am honored to fight alongside you in this conflict. Should we persevere, we can toil towards a better world.
Be honest, Avil. You missed me.
Sandra, I will admit, it is good to hear your voice again. How is the work on your portal progressing?
That's why I'm contacting you. I've run into a problem. This is a bigger, more complicated piece of machinery than I've created before. I need some help. In the Alturas Canyon, there is a community of craftsmen. The finest metalworkers in Dolorum live there. I need some of those people to help finish my project. Avil, you have to save those engineers before the Reveni kill them.
I will, Xandra. I promise.
If you're looking for an engineer, they mostly live up on the canyon cliffs. I hope they make it out all right.
We used to be able to climb up this shaft, but ever since the Reveni appeared, these mines have fallen to ruin.
I bet I could climb the shaft if I jumped back and forth between wall segments.
If it's metalsmithing you need, you're looking for my sister. She should be back at her smithy, forging weapons to fend off these beasts. Metallurgy? I'm afraid not, Sentinel. You'll have to look elsewhere to find the engineer you seek.
Metalsmithing? I'm just a woodworker, I'm afraid. But I'm certain I could be of aid to the King's forces.
I will send you there at presently, citizen.
Thank you, sir. If you're looking for an engineer, they mostly live up on the canyon cliffs. I hope they make it out all right. Engineer? I am, but not a worker of metals, I'm afraid. I do hope you find who you're looking for, Sentinel. An engineer? I am, but not a worker of metals, I'm afraid. I do hope you find who you're looking for, Sentinel.
Citizen, are you one of the famed metalsmiths of the Alturas Canyon?
That I be. Who is it that asks?
My friend Zandra requires your assistance. You will be transported to her swiftly.
Avil, you've saved one of the engineers. That's great. But we still need one more. I won't be able to build my device without them. Please, Avil, for all our sakes, you must find them.
Citizen, Are you one of Altura's famed engineers? I am seeking a talented metalsmith.
I am an engineer, but sorry to say I don't work with metal. However, maybe I can still be of help. This crane is my work. If you activate that switch, the crane will allow you to get back up here more easily. Good luck!
When those monsters started appearing, so too did these wretched thorns.
I'd better be careful. Getting trapped in these thorns could prove a fatal mistake.
Oh, that one looked like it really hurt. Sentinel, what brings you to the Alturas Canyon?
I am seeking help from the renowned metalsmiths who are said to reside in this area. Would you happen to know where I might find one?
You are in luck, Sentinel. I am one such metalworker, and I have been quite curious about these portal stones. Fantastic job, Avil. You've saved my engineers. Now, try to lure the Reveni to the higher peaks.
Is this Reveni's armor made from bones? Something tells me destroying this bone armor won't be so easy. The skulls on the Reveni's bone armor glow with flames. I don't think a rune strike will damage them while the skulls are lit up. My rune strike seems to have no effect on that skull while its flames are lit. I've got to rune strike the skulls when the flames go out.
That one looked like it really hurt.
Those flames briefly extinguish after the Reveni attacks. I've got to rune strike the skulls when the flames go out. Those flames briefly extinguish after the Reveni attacks. I'll have this thing down in no time.
Avil, you've gotten a lot better with that whip. I'm actually impressed.
I wish it were as easy as it looks.
When we end this war, and spare me your cautious remarks, we should reform the Sentinel Order. You have surpassed our teacher in all ways. Think of the world we could create.
An army of Sentinels would be too powerful, Xandra. Too uncontrollable. The temptation for greed in men, all humans, is too great.
The threats we face require a risk, Avil. With your leadership, we could inspire change in the world.
I'm afraid the world would stay the same, and it would be us who changed. For the worse.
We are not the people who came before us, Avil. We get to decide who we are.
I offer a compromise, then. When this war is over, I will finish your training, and yours alone. What you decide to do with the responsibility will be up to you.
And what will be your life's vocation after my training?
Something boring.
I awoke in a temple. In front of me sat the monk and Avil with him. The monk had taught Avil some new tricks. And that's when I realized the Sentinels were real?
I am the last. All the knowledge of the Sentinels has been passed down to me.
I knew I needed to do something to help. As a blacksmith's daughter, I helped forge weapons. Now armed to fight the hordes. The Sentinels had returned. Avil, the engineers you rescued from Alturas Canyon have been an incredible help. We're putting the final pieces of the device together now.
That's fantastic news, Xandra. How soon can you build your portal?
Not as soon as I'd like. We're not moving people a few miles this time. We're sending them across the stars. Our location has to be perfect. We only have one chance to get it right. The Reveni, they know we're up to something. They know we have use of their portals and we're getting better at deploying them.
You think they will be looking for you?
Absolutely. And they'll figure that out by what areas you're defending.
So, what do I do?
Attack and defend randomly. Do not stay in one place too long.
Good work, Avil. That civilian is safe now. Nice job, Avil. Keep up the good work.
Is this really safe? Thanks, I guess.
Another innocent life lost.
Another refugee is safe thanks to you. The Reveni are descending on your location, Avil. There's no turning back now. The enemy has started killing civilians. Avil, you must act quickly. Avil, that civilian is safe now.
Has King Nero traveled with you? Stayed by your side?
Don't worry about me. I can't take 2 steps without a battalion of bodyguards. The king isn't going to let anything happen to me.
I'm glad to see he has kept his oath despite our disagreements. In that case, perhaps just offer him a subtle reminder that should anything befall you, the Reveni would be considered a mercy.
Charming. How about I just tell him you said hello instead? We've been getting reports of a new abomination in the Reveni army.
What new hell are they unleashing?
Vultures, with a taste for human flesh and a wingspan large enough to pluck a man from the ground.
Well, that is encouraging.
You want to expand on that perspective?
It's an indication the Reveni think your plan might work. Otherwise, they wouldn't be escalating their strategic offense.
Possibly. More likely you're just dehydrated. Either way, I need you to whisk your cheerful disposition over to the City of Waits. I've just learned their people are under attack by these vultures.
These vultures are vicious. They'll make quick work of any civilians they spot.
I bet I could use my whip on these vultures to reach them quickly.
Good to see my portals are holding up. Admit it, Avil. You're enjoying yourself out there. Avil, what are you doing? Another refugee is safe thanks to you.
dead sentinel.
I need to take care of the vultures quickly, or civilians will be slaughtered.
My portals are holding up.
With these abominations in the skies, moving civilians will be far more difficult. It's a terrible thing to see these beasts soar over walls and descend on towers.
We knew this war would be hard, Avil. The best we can do is to keep fighting.
I know. I just never believed I would have to turn my eyes towards the heavens to search for my enemies. This war cannot end soon enough.
Avil, you're doing a fantastic job of keeping the Reveni distracted. We haven't seen so much as a single jackal in this vicinity.
And where exactly are you stationed?
Avil, there's still so much we don't understand about these stones, exactly how they work. We can hear each other, but I can't say for certain that nobody else can hear us.
You think the Reveni are listening to us?
After recent events, I can't be sure they are not.
That complicates our strategy.
It does, but soon it will not matter. I've found an ideal location to stage my portal, but we will require time to calibrate the device.
I will keep these beasts running in circles for as long as you need me to.
The Reveni are descending on your location, Avil. There's no turning back now.
Blessed be Delorum! I am saved!
Looked like it really hurt. That one looked like it really hurt. Another Reveni is heading towards you now, Avil. I'll never tire of watching you do that. Focus! Watch out, Avil! Another Reveni is on its way! That's one less Reveni for us to face. Nice work! Keep going!
Another Reveni has arrived. How long can I keep them at bay?
Focus! You might have deserved that one. Avil, if too much of the town is destroyed or its people killed, we will have failed. Nice work! Keep going! You truly are skilled with that sword of yours.
We have found the ideal location to build the portal. We are going to start building it immediately.
Fantastic news, Sandra. How soon can we start moving our people to safety?
I still have to find a place for us to go once the portal is built. And what constitutes a safe place is still being debated.
King Yarrow does not want to surrender his kingdom.
He is preserving a fantasy. We will not find sanctuary anywhere on this world. The rage the Reveni have for us is unrelenting. If we are to survive, we have to use the Reveni portals, as they have, to travel between worlds.
Then find us a world. Any world. Free from the hordes that pursue us. Lie to the king if you have to. When the time comes, I will take responsibility.